Hey guys, it's Gavin here, and today we were actually going to be going to a car auction from the city, and what actually is this. So I did not park inside last night, so it's just completely covered, and I don't have the little ice scraper thing, so we're not going to do that. Well, we're not going to do that last minute anyways. We're just going to let it warm up a little bit, and then after it warms up a little bit, then we'll go there, and then we'll probably go there, and it'll probably be really late. So yeah, guys, I don't know what happened, but I went to the auction. There was a bunch of cars. I talked to some people. It was great learning about their experiences and whatnot. And then they started auctioning off like vehicles, and the first ones were motorcycle, four-wheeler, and when the first one sold for more than $500, I was like, you know what, it's not looking too good, because the motorcycle sold for quite a bit of money, and then that was just the motorcycle. Then they got to the first car. The first car sold for $2,900. I mean, yeah, it was a nice car and all, but like $2,900 for a car that may not even work, that may not even start, that may not even run, that might even have a bad transition. And I was like, you know what? I'm tapping out. The second car after that also sold for like $1,500 or something like that. And from my experience, buying cars online is actually a little bit safer, even though when you're buying a car online, it tells you whether it runs and drives. That's a little bit safer than the cars from that auction, because it doesn't tell you whether they run or drive. So it's like, I mean, there's a really high chance that they do run and drive, but at the same time, there's also a chance that those cars are just there, like somebody just left them on the side of the street. Like, I've done that. I left a Kia Rio that I bought from an auction on the side of the street, and you know what, it ended up being at one of those auctions. The car was done. It was a stick shift, and I bought it from an auction, and at first the wheels didn't spin at all. Like, they would just not spin at all. And then we got the wheel to spin. It was like stuck. It was stuck together. And then once the wheel started spinning, I drove it, and I mean, it was a stick shift, but I don't know how to drive stick shift, but I do know how to drive stick shift in games. And I'm not talking about just any games. I'm talking about like Forza. It's pretty realistic. Okay, so I drove stick shift, and as soon as I drove it, I knew there was something wrong with it, because like I'd switch from like the first gear to the second gear, and it just would make some weird sounds, and then it would also go really, really slow, and I was like, what the flip is this? So yeah, that was just done. And I was like, you know what, this really sucks. I'm not putting any more money on it. I think I paid like $700 for that car, and I was like, I'm not gonna fix this. Like, I'm not gonna put a new tranny on it, or even tow it across the state to try to fix it. So I just left it. So in this process of trying to make a video about going to the auction, I realized how rusty I've gotten. I used to make videos a long time ago when I was younger, and it was so much easier than it is now. I don't know what it is about it, but just like the editing process, the capturing the video, remembering to do all the little things, it was just so much more natural than it is now. Because like, I went to the auction, I had planned out this whole thing of making a video, but when I got there, I didn't even pull out my phone, so it's like, damn, dude, really rusty. And that's just how I feel. Okay, so this video is just gonna be story time, I guess, because that's what I got. That's what I got for you guys for now. But yeah, that if you like this video or want to watch more story time videos, hit that thumbs up button. I'm just gonna end it here, and yeah, I hope you guys have a nice 2024. Happy 2024, by the way. Yeah. And you got to check out some of my projects. I'll have the links for it down below. Like,